If you don't have a set dream school, or if you know that your dream school is just simply unattainable, I think it's very important to make a good decision about where you apply early. Hi everyone, my name is Tammy. I just graduated from Asian American International Academy, and in the fall I will be attending Tufts University. For me, I think the biggest challenge I've encountered is probably with standardized testing. So I took the SAT, but I didn't get the score that I really wanted, and I didn't think that would be good enough for me to apply. But I think in the end, I had other parts in my application that helped me with this part that I didn't really get to submit. But for me, college counseling with PANO really helped me a lot in my application process. I think the main thing was probably a lot of the one-on-one meetings, being able to talk to my counselor a lot and receiving support for many different things, for example, from essay editing to figuring out what schools I want to apply to and applying strategies. I think I really benefited a lot from these frequent meetings with both my essay editor and my counselor. And with so much on the plate, I think my essay editor really took the time to sit down with me, to understand me more as a person. And at the same time, she made sure that the key parts kind of shine through my personal statement and other parts can be shown through my activities list or other parts of my application. And basically just helping me kind of foresee what I want to do in my future with my majors as well as other extracurriculars. So for me, I think that was a very, very useful resource that I didn't get to receive anywhere else. I'm not a straight A student and I don't have perfect grades. I was test optional, but I think in the end I went to the school that I wanted to because I had a lot of great activities to back me up. And I also think that there was a very strong connection between my extracurriculars, my essay, as well as my applied majors. So I applied as an environmental studies and international relations to Tufts, and I had a lot of activities that was correlated with these majors. I think the greatest tip towards having a good activities list and good extracurriculars is if you're genuine or not. I think when you really love what you're doing and you have a lot of strong passions for that field and you dedicate a lot of time to it, it really shows in your application. But I think in general, I was very active in trying to figure out what opportunities I can seize and what doesn't work out. So when you're really active in trying to find these opportunities, I do think a way will work out for you. So I think my counselor was pretty firm. He told me early on that, hey, I know that you might want to shoot for a super high Ivy League or a really good school that might be a little bit unattainable for you. But if you listen to our advice and choose the schools that we kind of tell you that is within your range, I think you have a shot of getting in. And in the end, I think it was just the best fit for me. So it wasn't really about rankings. It really wasn't about prestige. It was more of where I really see myself for the next 4 years. So I think my counselor did a really good job on that. I did 3 interviews. The first one was initial view. That one wasn't related to Tufts. It was an additional platform where you can submit an extra interview, just you talking to another professor, and then they'll send in that conversation to your college. So you could kind of prove your English proficiency. So I did that because my counselor told me to. And my second interview was with Tufts. It was with an alumni and it was before I was accepted. And they basically asked me questions like, why did you choose this school? Why do you think you're a good candidate for this application pool? And other questions related to me as a person. So in terms of tips, I would say try to open up and try to talk to them. Treat it as a conversation, not really as a formal interview. And then that's the best way for you to let your personality shine. My advice for future applicants may be a little bit controversial, but for me, I think it's super important to choose your early decision really wisely. So I got into my early decision for Tufts, but I think in the end, if I applied early to another school, I might have not gotten in, and I would have ended up somewhere that I didn't want to go as much, because in the end, you might miss that great opportunity to get in first, as well as competing with less people. When you're really passionate and genuine about what you're doing with your activities, with your academics, or whatever you're into, I think colleges can really see that through your application. So to all the future applicants, I think try your best to find what you really love to do and make sure it shines through your application. Good luck.